So I have a patient here who has a left sacroiliac joint problem. And as a little reminder, the sacroiliac is wider on the anterior portion than on the posterior portion. So the sacrum itself is wider, the sacroiliac articulation is wider on the anterior aspect than on the posterior aspect. Also, the sacral base is much wider than the sacral apex just above the coccyx. Now, the articulation of the sacroiliac is almost lined up with the sacral apex. So if we want to have a shearing motion with a drop at the level of the sacroiliac joint, it's better to take a contact on the apex for one and on the posterior superior iliac spine on the other. So we will have a bigger moment on the sacrum to have a shearing motion and a movement of the sacrum. Now, the patient is lying prone, and I would like to facilitate right away the ability to create a cavitation with a drop. And this is very much possible, and as you position the patient correctly, you will have much higher success in generating a cavitation by simply better positioning your patient. So knowing that the articulation SI are wider on the anterior aspect, we have an orientation which is slightly oblique. So if I want to treat her left side, this side, I'm going to gently raise. Would you mind to raise? I raise the opposite SI. That's one. Then I'm going to position myself on the opposite side of the involved SI. Why that? Because I'm going to get a calcaneal contact on the PSIS and push it away from me. It's much easier to push away. Why would I do that? It's to separate SI and sacrum, because this is an articulation which is very coaptative, meaning they have lump and valley in this articulation, and if we do not open the articulation, we will not get any movement. It's an amphiarthrosis, as you know, so we need really to have a gapping of that articulation to create a movement. So the thrust will be one hand will push away, while the other hand will be on the apex of the sacrum going down. And same thing here, I'm going to use a repetitive type of thrust because it's a very tight ligamentous area. So by using a light thrust repetitively, we overcome the viscosity of the ligament at that level. And here I have a self-recoiling table, which is great because it allows you to do that elegantly and quickly. So let me set up those thrusts, those drop. I'm going to set up thoracic and pelvis, and I select automatic. Now I'm going to test them a little bit. They are great. So I take my contact on the posterior part of the SI, then another contact, which is going to be a pisiform contact on the apex of, let me tie that up a little bit. Beautiful. So contact on the PSIS with my calcaneal contact here of my hand, and pisiform contact on the apex. That will be my thrust. So the thrust is kept till the end, till the pelvic piece fell down. But basically this contact, the gapping contact, let me tie that up a little bit more. There you go. That slide away and to induce a gapping while the other contact is maintained. So it's like that.